Hello and welcome to the latest video from AHDB Beef and Lamb. This week I'll be taking a look at the changing dynamics of the GB cattle population and how this could impact production in the future. In 2018, 2.65 million calves were registered with the British Cattle Movement Service. This is around 50,000 animals less than in the year before. The lower calving rate last year was the result of a number of factors. 2018 was a very challenging year weather-wise, and as a result, on-farm mortality increased. The overall mortality rate of cattle under 12 months was 4% higher in 2018 than in the year before. Over the past 18 months, cow slaughter has been considerably higher, which will impact the number of calves being born. Registrations were noticeably down from August onwards, as marginal cows that would have usually been calving at this point had likely already been culled due to forage shortages. The fall in the number of calves born last year is likely to take its toll on beef production in 2020 and 2021. Over the last couple of years, there's been a shift in dairy cows being served to a beef sire. Not surprising when you consider the potential premiums for a beef sire animal compared to a dairy one. We saw a large shift in beef insemination in dairy cows in 2015 when the milk price plummeted. Despite recovery in the milk price since then, the proportion of beef inseminations has continued to rise. In 2018, nearly half of dairy inseminations were to a beef sire. However, this shift was not enough to compensate for the challenging conditions, and so the number of registered beef calves still fell. Looking at 2019, there's around 140,000 animals less on the ground in January compared to the same point last year. The cattle population is likely to be restricted going forward. Fewer births and a smaller pool of breeding young stock is likely to limit the ability of the breeding herd to expand. It is also too early to tell the full extent of the impact that the summer drought had on fertility and conception rates. When looking at the population by age, the number of beef cattle between 12 and 30 months is slightly up on the year. This suggests that beef supplies in the short term should be good. However, looking longer term, the lower calving rate last year means that there's fewer animals under 12 months, which suggests that beef supplies are likely to tighten towards the end of this year. Meanwhile, the breeding herd has appeared to have shrunk considerably, as together the number of female dairy cattle over 24 months and beef females over 30 months is down by 67,000 head compared to last year. We will continue to keep a close eye on how the cattle population continues to develop over the coming months. To keep up to date with the latest market news for the cattle and sheep sectors, please contact the Red Meat Market Intelligence team to subscribe to Cattle and Sheep Weekly.